In our Sunrise Smart Start, police are investigating after a man was shot and killed in Greece yesterday.
The shooting happened along Vintage Lane just before 3 in the afternoon. News 8's Jatira Marsh is live at the Greece police station with what we know as of now. Jatira, what can you tell us?
So far, we're told by police that the victim was shot in the head. He was found dead in his driveway. Neighbors share that they're in shock because something like this hasn't happened in the area. They tell us that a couple lived in the home, and they're wondering if this was an accident, but police can't say right now. Nonetheless, neighbors are worried to see a shooting happen like this here.
Didn't expect it at all.
Yeah.
It's shocking to see all the police cars.
When we arrived, we found a male deceased in the driveway. It's still under investigation. There's no reason to believe that anything outside the home is of any concern.
No, police are still in the beginning stages of this investigation, but we can expect to receive an update sometime this morning. Ali, Amel, back to you.
All right, Jatira, thank you so much. Police do want the community to know there is no danger to the public there.
And we will keep you updated on air and on our website with any new information that develops. Well, as Mayor Malik Evans extends the state of emergency for another 30 days, national, state, and local anti-violence advocates are gathering to strategize about meaningful solutions to end crime and racism. The Rochester Urban League is hosting the Interrupt Racism 3-day summit at the Hyatt Regency. The president of the National Urban League delivered the keynote address about restoring truth between communities and law enforcement. The event concludes today.
Mayor Evans joining officials from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to kick off the first phase of the city's By the Block program. Project leaders say they want to strengthen various neighborhoods in the city by building affordable family homes. Evans emphasizing the goal is to invest in neighborhoods he says are still suffering from the long-lasting effects of redlining, a decades-old discriminatory practice outlawed in 1968. By the Block is supported by $13.3 million in funding from the American Rescue Plan Act.
On average, it will cost nearly $1,200 to heat your home this winter, $175 more than last winter. Depending on where you live and how you use heat in your home, heating bills could be even higher. The Biden administration is touting that Americans are saving $70 a month now on fuel at the pump since prices have come down from record highs, but that could be offset by rising natural gas prices.
Halloween is approaching just over a month away, and consumers participating in the holiday are estimated to spend an average of $100 on candy, decorations, cards, and costumes. Spending on costumes is expected to reach its highest amount in the past 5 years, totaling about $3 billion. Spending on pet costumes is expected to reach $710 million, beating last year's record. James, plans for Mason to dress up?
I think he's going to either be a monster truck or a tractor or some large vehicle.
Okay, that's fun for him.
That's what he loves.
Yep.
It's one of his first words was tractor.
Aww,
so
cute.
Tractor is how he says it. So he'll be thinking about that. He's going to want to get outside early this morning. Temperatures in the 50s. We've got nice clear skies. It's going to warm quickly. We'll climb into the 60s, 70s, eventually low 80s early this afternoon before showers and thunderstorms move through. Some of those storms could be strong to severe. So stay weather aware later today. We'll have the rest of the forecast, including a look at the weekend at the end of the show. Allie?
All right, James, thank you. One final look at the roads. Same story out there. There's no accidents you need to be aware about. 390, 490, 590 are running on time.
Time now for the GRE Morning Business Report. The FDA acknowledging yesterday that their response to the infant formula shortage was slowed by delays in processing a whistleblower complaint and test samples from the nation's largest formula factory. A 10-page report from the agency offers a formal account of the factors leading to the ongoing shortage. The review zeroing in on key problems, including outdated data sharing systems, inadequate staffing and training among its food inspectors, and poor visibility into formula supply chains and manufacturing procedures. News 8 is your local election headquarters. Democratic leaders in Rochester gathering yesterday in a campaign to highlight what they call extreme views held by Republican gubernatorial candidate Lee Zeldin.
Some of these views include Zeldin's opinions on abortion and his opposition to proposed gun safety measures. Assemblymember Harry Bronson, the Democrat representing New York's 138th State Assembly District, saying Zeldin's views are too radical for New York, causing issues for New Yorkers should he take over as governor. Now, in response, Zeldin's campaign released a statement which says, in part, quote, "It's extreme that Kathy Hochul refuses to overhaul cashless bail and stands idly by while corrections officers and other prison staff are assaulted more and more since the HALT Act was implemented. What's no shock is how extremely out of touch Kathy Hochul and the New York State Democrat Party, who's putting on this tour, are with everyday New Yorkers."
Switching gears to the Bills, with a strong start to the season, tickets for the Bills this year are in high demand, and as a result, prices are soaring. Some fans reporting tickets for $300 or more for the next several games on the Bills' schedule. Nick Giamuso of VIP Tix in Buffalo says single ticket prices have gone up roughly 40% since the season opener. He also says demand has translated to the away games as well, with fans digging a bit deeper into their wallets to see the team in person.
Dion Dawkins, the offensive tackle for the Bills, along with his foundation, Dion's Dreamers, hosting a teacher's appreciation dinner last night at a school in Buffalo. The teachers got a full dinner from an Italian restaurant as a thank you for their good work. Dawkins says it was important for him to show his support on Buffalo's east side, the community affected by the Tops mass shooting.
And Bills All-Pro safety Jordan Poyer teaming up with the LA-based company Alma Mater to create new JP21. Both say the shoe is built for comfort. The sneakers were on display in Buffalo yesterday and cost $258. Poyer says this is another way for him to connect with fans, and he says to keep your eyes peeled as he has plans to come out with a golf shoe in the near future.
Governor Kathy Hochul announcing 14 landmarks and bridges across the state will be lit red, white, and blue in recognition of the 5-year anniversary of Hurricane Maria. This includes the Lift Bridge in Fairport over the Erie Canal, which you can see here. Hochul says in part, quote, "As we illuminate our state landmarks, we pay tribute to the thousands of lives tragically lost and reaffirm our commitment to supporting our brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico."
This while Puerto Rico is recovering from another hurricane. Hurricane Fiona is now to blame for at least 4 deaths in Puerto Rico and another 2 in the Dominican Republic. Puerto Rico is now struggling to get their power back on with a system that is still feeling effects from Hurricane Maria. Thousands of homes are still covered in blue tarps, and the power grid is slowly being rebuilt. The governor expects the power will begin to come back soon, but not for everyone. The National Hurricane Center expects Fiona to be a Category 4 hurricane by the time it hits Bermuda tomorrow.
In some national news now, President Biden set to deliver his United Nations address this morning during day 2 of the General Assembly. The administration says the president will describe his vision for U.S. foreign policy and is expected to have a heavy focus on the war in Ukraine. This comes as Russian-controlled regions of eastern and southern Ukraine announced plans to vote to become integral parts of Russia. Russian President Vladimir Putin announcing today a partial mobilization of citizens in the reserve as Moscow loses ground in Ukraine, warning the West that it is not a bluff and Russia will use all means to protect its territory.
Well, here's what some folks might be talking about at the water cooler this morning. The White House getting the Rocket Man treatment on Friday when the South Lawn welcomes Elton John in concert. The audience will include teachers, nurses, LGBTQIA+ advocates, among others. The event featuring remarks to President Biden will be televised at a later date.
Love Elton John, so should be a good show there, James.
I think he's on his final tour. Isn't this kind of more of a farewell tour for him?
I think it is.
Well, if he's retiring, he certainly deserves it.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Done a lot.
He did play in Syracuse recently. That's always nice to see. And good to see we can get a morning round of golf in today. Afternoon round's going to be tough with those showers and thunderstorms moving through. So try to get that round in first thing this morning. Your 8-day forecast, I want to talk about the weekend. Saturday looks great, cool, 60s. Watching out for rain showers on Sunday.
All right, thank you, James, and thanks so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update is in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is next.